Celestial blessings. My name is Helen Demetriou. I hope that you're all well. I know that it's been a long time since I've uploaded any videos. I know it's been a long time, a very long time, since I've uploaded videos for self-help or advice or spiritual teaching. But you know how life is, how life gets hectic. Maybe, we just don't have the privacy that we used to have, which is also my case. And also I was looking for a subject that I really wanted to talk about. I didn't just want to cover some things that I've already spoken about, and I didn't want to cover something that I was not really interested in speaking about. But I think that this is really important because as a reader, I deal with the questions I'm going to talk about all the time, and I'm doing readings all the time. I'm channeling readings or using the angel oracle cards all the time. Now, the angels, when we ask the angels for guidance, they're giving us guidance, they're giving us advice based on what we're thinking right now. They're giving us guidance based on the choices we're making right now, the mindset that we have right now, because they want us to understand, and our guides, they want us to understand that the future is going to be a product of our choices and our thoughts. So if I want a certain outcome, but I'm thinking this, then I'm not going to get that outcome. And if I want a certain outcome, but I'm changing my thoughts and my decisions all the time, I'm not going to get the outcome that I want or that I was told. So for example, a person that doesn't really go out. They want to meet somebody. They don't go out. They don't use social media, and they continue the same life that they've done every single day. And they come and they ask, "Am I going to meet somebody?" So you say to them, "Okay, how is your life right now? Do you go out? Do you go out for a coffee or do you use social media?" And they say no. Okay. So why would you think that your future is going to be anything different than it is today? Your future is going to mirror the present if you don't change your thoughts and you don't work with the universe to manifest that which you want in your life. If you just sit at home all day and you're just waiting for an outcome, it's not just going to come. You have to work with it. You have to be a partner in bringing the outcomes that you want. And it's the same thing what some people will say, well, the outcome I wanted or the outcome I was told by the angels, it didn't happen. And I say, okay, have you changed your life? Have you changed your thinking? And they say to me, well, yes, I moved and I did this. We'll say, well, that's the thing, if you change your thoughts, then you're not going to get the outcome that you've been told. We've got to understand, like the angels want us to know that we're the architects of our life. We're the writers of our story, and we know that books have so many chapters and our lives have thousands of chapters. So every day we're writing a chapter, and chapter 2 is not always going to be like chapter 1. If we've changed our decisions, if we've made certain actions. So as soon as we change a thought, as soon as we change an action, then the future is going to be changed. Anything that we're thinking at the time, the future will change because it abides by the laws of what we're thinking and doing in the present. We can't have a completely different outcome if we're doing one thing. And do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's if you want a certain outcome, then you have to continue thinking the way that you're thinking and doing the way that you're doing, or like the other person, you have to do the opposite of what you've been doing. Everything is about thought and everything is about action, decisions and choices. You know, when we're reading books, like I keep mentioning books, from chapter 1 to chapter 5, is chapter 5 going to be the same as chapter 1? If every chapter is a different story, no, it's not. It's not going to be the same. So if, for example, you go to a reader and they tell you this is going to happen and that is going to happen, and it doesn't happen, and you've made changes, it's not the reader's fault. They're not giving you false information. They're not terrible readers. It's just that you have changed your history. You have rewritten the dialogue. You have rewritten your story as opposed to what you was writing in the present. Everything is going to change because we create. We are manifesting with our choices, with our thoughts. So it's really important to understand this. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't go for readings, because I agree with guidance. But what I do advise is, don't go expecting to be told written in stone information. The angels, the guides, are only going to give you information based on what you are thinking right now. And let's say, for example, you want to know what is going to happen in a relationship with a guy. Let's talk from this perspective. So you want to know what's going to happen with this guy. So say, for example, you make different decisions and different choices. The outcome with this guy is not going to be the same because you have created different stories, different scenarios, different outcomes by your thoughts and actions. So then you also have to think, well, maybe you haven't made any drastic decisions or drastic changes in your thought, but you still don't get the outcome. Well, you have to remember that that other person, the guy that we're talking about, could have made different choices. He could have made different choices and decisions, and because he's writing his own book. So you see, how we know that somebody's meant to be with us is that we synchronize our thoughts and actions with that person, because if they're meant to be with you, your soul is connected. So you meet each other in the middle by keeping the same synchronistic thoughts and synchronistic actions so that you do meet. Can you understand what I mean? So if the outcome is something that we call destiny or fate, with someone, to be with somebody, then it means that you will have synchronized your thoughts. Your soul is connected. You will have both been making decisions and actions that will help you to meet somewhere in the middle. And that will be where your outcome begins. For the rest, it's up to you. So if you hear slopping of water, my dog is snoring, my dog is drinking, so please forgive that noise. So can you understand how it works? The angels, they're not here to be summoned to say, well, this is going to happen and it's written in stone and it's going to happen no matter what happens. This is going to be the outcome. The angels are giving us advice based on what we're thinking today, what we're doing today. And they say, well, if you carry on this path, this could be the outcome. If you do this, that could be the outcome. But remember, you are the architect. You are the writer of your story. So really, reading should be about guidance only. Guidance. I always say to people, I don't really give answers for the future or the outcomes. I just get channeled information about what can happen based on your present time, your present thoughts, your decisions, your choices that you're making now. If you make this decision, this can happen. If you make that decision or that choice or that thought change, that can happen. Everything is up to you. You know, not everything is written in stone. There are very, very few things that are really written in stone. If something is meant to be, it will find a way to synchronize with your thoughts and your choices, and it will be the outcome that you desire. Or even if you didn't even know it at the time, when you start to connect, when you meet that person halfway and you have that meeting, you'll start to understand how you made the choices and the decisions roughly the same time, and that is how you met. You know, for example, um, your friend asks you to go to a party and you don't want to go, and they say, "Come on, come to the party." You say, "Oh, I don't know anybody. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Please come to the party." And you don't want to go, and then you say, "Okay, then I'll go to the party." And you go to the party, and you're going to go to sit down somewhere because you don't know anybody, and you bump into somebody and you start talking, and then you could end up marrying them, you could end up being with them for the rest of your life, you could end up being lifelong friends, and that is how it happens. It all happens like that. This is how it happens. So this is why I want to say, keep an open mind with readings. Remember that you are powerful. You are the one that writes your story. You have free will. That is also what free will means. It means that you have the right to think and act freely depending on what you feel at that time. And there are no wrong choices, there are no wrong decisions, there are no wrong thoughts. If it's not meant to be, then it simply won't be, and you won't think the thoughts and make the decisions that will bring the outcome that you're looking for, because it wasn't meant to be. So please have faith in yourself, in your intuition, have faith in your power, have faith in the guidance that you're given, and accept it as guidance and guidance alone. Don't expect cemented, strong outcomes when we're always changing our minds all the time. So I want to send you all my love and hope in these times you take care, you stay safe. Bye bye.